Did Ricky Bobby get FND, Functional Neurological Disorder, right? Hi, I'm Dr. Julia. I'm a licensed pediatric psychologist. And a few years ago, my husband made me watch Talladega Nights, something ballad of Ricky Bobby. And movie is absolutely ridiculous. I noticed that they have something that is likely functional neurological disorder in the movie. So functional neurological disorder is a condition when your brain and your body basically miscommunicate. That can happen after trauma, which is what they imply in the movie. I think most likely, based on our current conceptualization of FND, it was related more to the possible injury that he received in that original crash. So what I'm talking about is when after the crash, he had ran around the track in his helmet and underwear thinking he's on fire. And then he was paralyzed and his family tried to get him to snap out of it. So that's a really interesting point about FND. It's not something that is consciously done. So I think in the movie, they kind of implied he did it on purpose or that he just was pretending not to walk. That is very different from functional neurological disorder. So in functional neurological disorder, you truly feel like you can't do it. It's not that you're purposely doing it. Doesn't mean you can't treat it. It is treatable. However, it's not going to be one of those things where you release a cougar in the car and then bam, all of a sudden you start walking. It might work because those your automatic fear pathways are so strong that it might override the FND signals, but that is not an evidence-based strategy to treat FND. The kind of culmination of the FND part of the movie, I believe, is when to prove that he's paralyzed, he stabs himself. And then he realizes that he can feel that he stabbed himself, and then bam, he's cured, he's treated. So again, not evidence-based and don't recommend doing that. I won't say it's completely fictional. I'm sure that if you had FND and you stabbed yourself, you would probably feel that even if you weren't able to walk or felt paralyzed in general, because that is a very different type of pain signal and would probably override the FND signals because it's just so intense and automatic. Again, that is not the way we want to treat that. We want to treat it by gradual rehabilitation. So things like psychology, physical therapy can collaborate to create a rehab plan. So the only kind of accurate part in that whole movie, I would say that it happened after this big event where he sustained an injury / trauma, and then he was able to start walking again over time. Who knew?